Typically, I like hunting a couple of nickel boxes when I do my nickel hunt and album fill series. That being said, I couldn't wait to get into this nickel box. Hey everyone, it's RobFindsTreasure. Welcome back to my channel. We have a one-box nickel hunt for this nickel hunt and album fill series. Now this is going to be episode number 90 already, and it's box 153 for the first book and box 53 for the second set of books. Now for those that are new to my channel or new to this series, I'm trying to complete a Jefferson Nickels album from Just Coin Roll Hunting. Now, I have completed a Jefferson Nickels album from Just Coin Roll Hunting. Matter of fact, I've completed 2 of them, but I never kept track of how many boxes it took, how many rolls it took, and we didn't have the series then, so that's why I started a series to kind of get an idea how long it would take. We did not expect after the 100th box, we'd still need the 50D for the first book, so I started a second album, and now, after 52 boxes, we just need a 50D and a 39S. So in short, we need 2 nickels for this book and 1 nickel for that book. If you'd like to start this entire playlist from the very beginning, I always have the playlist linked both down below in the video description, as well as pinned up here for your convenience. Now for today's hunt, we are going to be showing all of the finds from 1959 and back because it's just a one-box hunt. For now, we're going to slide these out of the way and we're going to get to why I'm excited about hunting this box. I went to a different bank today and picked up this box because I've been struggling to get circulated nickels lately. So anyway, I picked it up, and when I took a peek at the holes in the back, and I don't know if we're going to get this on camera, but right here, there was a dark one. And when I took a look at this dark one, I'm 99% sure that that's going to be a buffalo nickel right there. Now, you guys probably can't see it, but I believe this is the body, that's the head, and that is going to be a leg right here. So pretty certain that that's going to be a buffalo nickel. It looks like it's in rough shape, and based on the orientation of how I open boxes, I think it's going to be roll number 47. But I'm excited to get into it because it's been a long time since we had a buffalo nickel ender. Once I pop the top of this box, we'll check for any enders up here, and then we'll pull roll 47 out to see and validate that that is indeed a buffalo nickel. If it's not, well then I'm not as excited, but I'm pretty sure that it is. Let me go ahead and slide these out of the way, and we'll do the box opening in just a second. All right, let's get right into this. We need to find out, A, if there's any more enders, and B, if that really is a buffalo nickel ender, I'm just seeing things. Well, the good news is I see a lot of older Jefferson designs. The bad news is I don't see any enders on this side. It'd be nice to see another ender. That'd have been great. Let's validate. I think it's this roll right here. Yeah. And that's indeed a buffalo ender, as I expected. All right, buffalo nickel ender, looks pretty slick, might be an older one. We'll have to see what that is. And I'm just gonna take 1 second to examine it because I don't see them very often, and that's a cool sight. All right, I'm gonna keep that flipped up for fun, and we'll get the hunt started. Now, you guys know the drill. We're gonna start cracking rolls, and on every find, I'll bring it back in. Of course, we want the 50D or the 39S. We'd love any of the semi-key date or key date nickels. We'd love buffaloes. We've already got one. And of course, we'd love to find some silver nickels from 42 to 45 with the large mint mark on the back. That's the main things we're looking for. If we can find a variety approved for some foreigns, we'll take those as well. This has been a long intro. It's because I'm excited and because it's a one-box hunt. So let's get after it. Hopefully, I see you guys soon and often. We're on roll number 3, and so far we have nothing on the board. But I cracked open roll number 3, and I'm pretty certain we're going to have a silver war nickel right there. You can tell by the edge that it has kind of a greenish look. 9 times out of 10, I can pluck these by the edge. Let's just make sure it is one. And it is. You can see the big mint mark above the Monticello building. Philadelphia minted. 1944. Can't get mad at finding silver early in the box and knowing you have a buffalo later on. Let me get back to the hunt. See if I can find some more goodies in this roll. Same roll. Oldest find of the hunt. A 1940 Philadelphia. Roll Roll number 5, we have a 1953 Jefferson nickel from Denver. Roll number 6, 1948, minted in Philadelphia. Same roll, and we're going to have a Mexican peso, Los Estados Unidos Mexicanos, 2002. We'll take it. Always nice finding a foreign during your hunts. Roll number 11, we have a 1939 nickel here. Doesn't look in that bad a shape. Does it have a mint mark? And it doesn't. It's going to be a 39 Philadelphia, but we can check it for that fantastic DDR, which it is not, and there is no mint mark for sure. I'll just check it for that Henning notch, which is not there. So just a 1939P, close call, but not one we need. Same roll, and we have another nickel from 1948, also from Philadelphia. Still on the same roll, and I didn't think this was an older nickel because it looked like it just had corrosion, but that's going to be a 1942 nickel. Is it a silver one? It is not, but it definitely has a mint mark, so it should be a 42D, and that's a tougher date. I'm just checking for that D over horizontal D, and I don't see it, but there is some damage there. I might wipe it away, but either way, a 1942D is a tough find. We recently just found another one of those. So I'll definitely take that. And while we're here, I already saw it as well. Looks like we have a 1959 Denver in the roll. We're on roll number 17, and what's better than having a Buffalo Ender that you're already waiting to open up? Finding a Buffalo Ender in the roll. Slide them down, and I can see we already have another Buffalo nickel. And this one's got a mint mark. And I can't tell if that's an S or a D with my eyes. And that's an S. San Francisco minted Buffalo nickel. Do we have a date? And we do. 1929 San Francisco. Man, there's so many San Francisco semi-key dates. The 15, 21, 24, 26, and 31. We didn't get a key date or a semi-key date, but we definitely got a San Francisco minted 1929S. And if I recall, there is an S RPM on that, but we're not going to be able to see it with that damage. Either way, 1929S Buffalo nickel found in the box. It's already off to a great start, and we barely got started. Same roll, got a 1958 Denver. Had to make sure it wasn't a 38. We'll take it. Roll number 22, our first nickel from 1946. 1946. Philadelphia. Well, we just opened up roll number 23, and we might have a dime in there, or a foreign. I guess we'll know here in a second. And it's going to be a dime. 2015 Denver. We just made 5 cents, though. Same roll. Another nickel from 1953. Philadelphia again. Roll 24. Another nickel from 1958. 58, Denver. Roll number 26. Yet another nickel from 1953. This time from Denver. Roll number 27, and we're going to get another chance at a 39S. We'll take a D or an S on it, but it's pretty slick. And that's because it's a Philadelphia, which is a common one. Let's see if it has that DDR. It does not have the DDR. Had a little bit of damage, which threw me off, but just another 1939 Philadelphia. But I'll still take it. Just grabbed roll 29 out of the box, and I must have missed it by the other side, but we've got a Canadian nickel ender. It'll be our second foreign of the hunt. Let's see what year it is, and let's see if it has any friends as well. That Canadian nickel ender is a 1993 with a beaver on it. Same roll. Another nickel from 1959. Man, those 9s sometimes look like 50s, but it's a 59 Denver. Still the same roll. A 1957 Denver. First from that year. Roll number 31, and we're getting closer. We have a 1952 nickel in pretty nice shape. 1952 Philadelphia. Roll number 32. We've got another find. Another 1957 Denver. Same roll, and we've got our first Jefferson nickel from 1954. 1954 San Francisco. We actually can check that for the S over D over mint mark. Just a little bit of damage there. I don't see the S over D, but I'll take a 54S for sure. Roll number 33. Let's add another 1958 to the board. Minted in Denver. Roll number 36 will give us our first nickel from 1941. 1941 Philadelphia. Doesn't look to be in too bad a condition either. Roll number 43 is going to give us our first nickel from 1955. Is it a Philly? It's not. It's a Denver, but I can check it for that D over S just in case, which I don't see. 1955 Denver. Roll number 45, and we're going to have a second 1955 in pretty nice shape. Is this the Philly? No, it's a Denver. Is it the D over S? It is not. 1955 Denver on the board again. Well, we've made it to the Buffalo Ender, so let's go ahead and take a look and see what year it is. It could be any year from 1913 to 1938. It is a Type 2 with the flat mound on the back, but hopefully it has a mint mark and hopefully it has a date, because whenever they look like this, they're almost impossible to nick a date. All right, that Buffalo Nickel Ender might have a mint mark. Let's see if we can sneak one out on that. I mean, it might. I might have to try to nick a date it, but like I said, whenever they have this kind of corrosion, they don't take nick a date too well. Is there a date? You know what? I don't know if I can get a date. There's damage right at the date. But judging by the wear, it's probably an earlier one. Let me see if I can nick a date it. Get a date, which I doubt, but I'll try. And at worst case, see if I can get a mint mark if there is one. Well, we were able to use my trusty nick-a-date. It took 2 applications, but we definitely exposed the date. It's going to be a 1924. I hope you guys can see that. 1924, Philadelphia. Not the 24S. That would have been nice, but we'll take it. And I'm happy that we got the date off with nick-a-date, even though the nickel's in pretty tough shape. All right, 1924P to go along with the 29S. 3 rolls, plus this one to go. Well, roll 50 of this great box is going to at least give us one parting gift. Another 1958 Denver. Let me finish the rest of this roll. I'll be back with either a wrap-up or another find. Same roll, and the final find of the box is going to be a 1946 Philadelphia again. Well, that's going to wrap up this one box hunt, and we had the assortment of finds. 15 nickels from the 50s, 8 from the 40s, including the 44p war nickel, 2 from the 30s, both 1939 Philadelphia, unfortunately, 2 from the 20s, a 29S Buffalo nickel and a 24p Buffalo nickel. We got that dime, couple of foreigns, a Canadian and a Mexican peso, and then a really nice 1962 Denver that I'll check against the books to see if it upgrades. Speaking of the books, I know we didn't find any of the 3 nickels we need for either books, but it was still a fantastic hunt, and I do need to make sure that we don't have an upgrade or 2 before I finish out this video. Let me go ahead and grab the books, compare the finds to them, and be back with a final look and some final thoughts. Well, we have compared all of the finds to both albums, and despite that being such a great box to hunt, we were not going to have any upgrades or additions yet again, which now means we've hunted 153 boxes, still missing the 1 nickel for the Series 1 book, that 50D. And we've hunted 53 boxes for the Series 2 books, and we're still missing, of course, the 50D and the 39S. Like I said, that was a fun box. We got silver for the jar, a couple of Buffalo nickels, and some close calls with those 2 39s, but nothing could be used this time, which is also a testament to how nice these books are. If you guys enjoyed this one box hunt, I'd appreciate that thumbs up. And as always, everyone, happy hunting, and thanks for watching. Nothing for the books yet again, but a little something for the 2022 silver jar.